Hello, everyone. I'm Silverette, and it is currently Steam Snacks Fest, which means demo time. So we're doing the demo for Rue Valley, and it's from Emotion Spark Studio, published by Owlcat Games. And let's go right into it. Okay, and I'm a huge fan of Owlcat, so I'm really intrigued. Oh. Assign personality points to proceed. Oh wait, let's do. I don't want to go back because this is off screen for me. So 1 sec. All right, I had to close, come back. I went to borderless from borderless to window. I could, yeah. Let's see if that fixes it. Now let's try. It's better. That's still kind of off, but I'll take this. Available personality points: impulsive, introverted, sensitive. Hmm. We can do compulsion. You can you feel neither calculated nor impulsive, but alert and confident. If only you could stay in this state of perfect focus. Oh, look at that. Okay. So, oh, introverted. You're neither introverted nor extroverted. And oh wait. Okay, this is on me. Decisional, impulsive or calculated or resolute. This is what resolute is. Introverted or extroverted or ambiverted, which is neither introverted nor extroverted, and you feel equally fine, completely alone as you do surrounded by a huge crowd of people. Emotional, well, that's social. Emotional, sensitive or indifferent or mindful. Mindful, you're aware of emotions and don't pretend they are not important, but you won't let them overwhelm you. So, I really have no idea what kind of character I wanted to make, but let's do an let's do someone who would I normally never play. Let's play someone who's arrogant and can't read the room. Like with someone who has that would be hard for me to play. Oh, it's a demo, so might as well do what I know I wouldn't do during a full playthrough or something. So yeah, let's do someone who's very arrogant and can't read the room, but isn't unkind. Yeah, like I want someone who's sensitive to emotions. Well, kind of, but I really want to do the arrogant, can't read the room person, but who isn't but who's in layman in basic terms an asshole, but who doesn't. He's an asshole in his self-confidence, which comes off as holish, but genuinely doesn't want to hurt people, which is where can't read the room will come in. So let's see. Arrogant. Switch trace. Arrogance equals nosy if he goes here. So I want to do arrogant. Also, the more we do, interesting. As a barely extroverted person, you have no problem with spending time alone, but share the highs and lows of life with someone else is almost preferable. Let's do the arrogant. I don't want to switch it with nosy. If you're somewhat extroverted, you often actively seek ways to prolong conversations more than is strictly necessary. And then, what's flat? Oh, wow. So it'll go this. Okay. Yeah. You're not that indifferent of a person, but you do find it easy to distance yourself from emotions, both yours and those of other people. What's this one? Being a somewhat indifferent person means you realize that emotion exists, but you know you usually ignore them. I want that out. Okay. You're not that sensitive, but you're not afraid of embracing emotions. What's dramatic? As a highly sensitive person, you recognize life for what it is, a constant roller coaster of joy and suffering, in your experience, mostly suffering. Whereas this was due. If I told you you're hypersensitive, you'll surely burst into tears. And for good reason. It's the most horrible curse, and there's no one to blame it but yours. Let's go to dramatic. Um, and I really want. Oh, okay. All right, I get it. I get it. I get it now. It's not unkind. Decision making. Reckless. What will reckless do? Let me take this off because I want to see what reckless does. You're a very impulsive person. No question. No question. Why make plans at all when you're either change or abandon them mid execution anyway? You're so extremely heedless and restless, you probably won't finish reading this sentence. Being called quite impulsive is just another way of saying you're a doer, not a thinker. Yeah, definitely not a thinker. Sure, sometimes you act a bit impulsive, or as you like to put it, you're quick. It saves you time and energy. But it's not out of your gut. Paranoid. Oh no, he doesn't. That's completely out. So let's do. Yeah, let's do the impatient. And then dramatic. You have 1 point left. Suffering. Let's take that one out. What does this do? Um, Mostly suffering. I'm looking at the wrong thing. You're quite extroverted, but not in the extent that leads people non-plus. Plus is more of a +3 to be precise. Baratas. Uh, Nosy. Oh, that's why I stick with arrogant for the prolonged conversation, and then I don't want to be extremely sensitive. I wish we could have just saved one, but I guess we can't. This is fine. What? Really? You can do this? So if we swap here this and do I don't like that. Yeah. Let's do this one for the arrogant. I don't know what's the point of impatient or reckless. I have no idea why. Paranoid and so arrogant. I do. I would rather be dramatic. It's a struggle, especially when it's you to just chill. Yeah, I think that. Yeah. So dramatic, arrogant. What was guilt written? No, I like the dramatic actually. And let's stick with restless. Reckless. So reckless, arrogant, and dramatic. Let's hold. The clock. The frenetic sound of a century-old clock nudges you back to the present. The stale air perfectly complements the image of the old motel room. Oh.
Still with me, Mr. Harrell?
Oh. Let's increase the voice. The audio. Traits. Your personality traits determine your dialogue options. Some options will only be available if you have a certain trait, while others must be blocked by the same might be blocked by that same trait. Remember, they are neither good nor bad. They are a crucial part of role playing a character with a real personality. Uzis? Um the doctor takes off his glasses, freely freeing his bushy eyebrows. It's lie. Yes, you have my foot. Eric. I sort of spaced out. What was that again? He smiles.
No worries, Mr. Harrell. I'm aware that you may be experiencing a slight lack of motivation right now.
Red ribbons on the character's portrait shows the status effect your character currently has. Lack of motivation. Total lack of motivation. Status effects have a negative impact on your personality and dialogue options. Slight lack of motivation, more like total lack of motivation. You'd rather stay in bed all day instead of attending this farce they call therapy in the middle of nowhere.
And we'll surely be coming back to this condition of yours later during our sessions.
Your personality is represented in this part of the screen. It shows your personality axis that you defined during character creation, as well as the trait that you chose. Select hover over a trait to see what it is and what it does.
But for now, I just want you to acknowledge its existence and try to stay aware of it at all times, if possible.
So that's the reckless. Oh wait, I didn't receive that. So impulsive, Fred. We are reckless. On their deathbed, people mostly regret the things they haven't done. So you do your best to die in a freak accident instead of a bed. Extroverted. Arrogant. It may come off like you think you're better than everyone else, but really you're just confident and enjoy sharing how you feel. Insensitive. Dramatic. People may prefer comedy, but life only writes dramas. Okay. Silence befalls the room, a muffled clanging sound from outside only making that moment more uncomfortable. I'll try. Black by dramatic. That's why.
That's good to hear. Now, in order to keep us focused, I always limit the session length to exactly 1 hour, hence the alarm. However, since this is your first session, I'll allow a few questions, if there's anything.
Huh. Wouldn't I know best whether I need another session or not? Arrogant.
Mr. Harrow, your case is not to be underestimated. We need to assess the situation carefully.
So what's the case? Your case. Not so long ago, nobody cared about what you do. Yet now, suddenly your business is everyone's business?
This first session is more for you to get acquainted with me and my methods. We have a long road ahead of us.
Oh, that's not good. Okay.
Any other questions?
Can you just simply state that I'm fine so we can both move on with our lives?
Mr. Harrow.
He looks you straight in the eye.
That is out of the question. This is a court-ordered therapy, and both of us could be fined or worse if we don't see it through. And I have my own professional reasons in addition to the legal ones. You require help, and I've been designated to provide it.
He looks away, stone-faced.
I've never let a client down, and I'm not about to start now. Anything else?
Why do we have to do this here in the middle of nowhere?
It may be hard to understand the need for isolation at first, but my methods require complete divergence from the client's regular way of life, as well as temporary distancing from their social groups and circles. This place is ideal in that regard. However, it's understandable that you need a period of adaptation to both this idea and to your new surroundings. That's also why I haven't asked you to hand over your phone yet. But please don't be alarmed. We'll talk about everything in due time.
He glances at the clock almost too fast for you to notice. So you're ready to go?
All right then. That's it for today.
Through the door, you hear that sound again.
You should go and check in at the office. Your room is probably ready by now.
All right, let's get up and leave. Next to you is the source of the clanging you heard from inside. A young woman beating up an old vending machine.
Give me my coffee, you jerk!
To run. Okay. So is it or...
Spit it out already!
It is. Can we talk?
Come on, you thief! I'll
Not
break
coming
you
close
open if
until
I
the
have
angry
to.
woman leaves. Okay. Okay, tablet that. The machine wheezes and suffering. Called like a sleeping serpent.
Out already!
Actually, let's save really quickly. This. The colors have been bleached by the sun, and you can still make out the image of an orange setting sun, as well as the words Rue Valley written above the illustration. Inspect it. The picture is quite detailed, but the colors have been obliterated by the sun, making it impossible to discern the main subject, let alone the finer details. You squint your eyes and try to make sense of the confusing shapes, but everything seems blurred and distorted. However, as you keep looking, you finally start to see a magnificent stage, a ballerina dancing gracefully, a lively group of musicians, and an audience dressed in formal attire. Take a look at the audience. The men appear to be dressed in tuxedos, the women in elegant evening gowns. They seem to be fixated on the stage, their overly stylized faces seemingly expressing a range of emotions from all the excitement. What about the stage? The stage is adorned with elegant curtains and a strange chandelier is hanging from the edge of the poster. Let's look at the ballerina. A ballerina wearing a tutu stands in the center of the poster in point, with her arms gracefully extended above her head, almost like she's waving to you in the orchestra. The varnished wood of the violins is reflecting the orange hues of the setting sun. The curved bodies of cellos stand tall and proud, and the trumpet player holds his instrument with arched back, his silhouette reminiscent of a tree struck by lightning. How did a poster for such an highbrow event end up on the wall of a rundown motel in the middle of nowhere? Something is odd here. Oh wait, what was the shift? Yeah. Oh, double. Okay. At the attention of the girl behind the counter is occupied by the all the attention of the girl behind the counter is occupied by the ongoing phone call.
Yes, Rue Valley Motel. Our Coral Destiny internet antenna is down?
She says to the person on the other end of the line. Social check. Try to get her attention. Failure. Too extroverted. It's easy. Just be loud enough and she won't be able to ignore you. Arrogant. Hi, I need to get into my room. She turns towards you, clearly insulted for being interrupted mid-sentence.
Please sit down, sir. I'll be with you in a moment.
Arrogant. Excuse me, as a paying guest, I demand your attention right now. Your chest swells with indignation. How dare she ignore you? But the only reaction you get from her is a quick side glance and a nod. You even wonder if the nod was meant for you or her phone buddy.
No, the repair tech already came yesterday. Said the internet will be up by noon today.
Killing time. Time in the game does not progress outside of dialogue, so in order to wait until certain events happen, you need to find a way to kill time. Usually you can do that with various items and interactions around you. For example, reading a book, scrolling through your phone, or just chilling in a cozy chair. I would never. But this is outrageous. I want to see the manager. Your heart is pounding in frustration, but this time the receptionist doesn't seem to even register your voice, your words. Fine. She responds to the person on the other end. What's here? We're not just waiting. What is this?
Yes, I have rebooted the modem.
A list of rules. You can't be bothered with that right now. The relentless dirt has smudged and stained the glass beyond. The glass beyond is the endless flat of a desert, and vast is hypnotizing. Nope. Guess if we do this.
Of course it's urgent. Our guests don't have Wi-Fi. The credit card machines are dead. We can't access reservations.
This chair looks very old but sturdy. Sit down. Can we go into our phone? Mess with your phone while you wait. The phone bleeps to life with a lock screen that is obviously years old. If it wasn't a collection of pixels, it would be musty with age and neglect. Play a quick match of hyper casual protagonists. You know what? Let's scroll through the feed just in case we find something that's interesting. Until she finishes the call. We start scrolling through stale memes, boring news articles, speech photos of an ex-acquaintance, and poorly targeted sponsored posts. Scroll some more. In one picture, a grinning middle-aged stranger is apparently showcasing his newest baby. Thanks to a cleverly applied filter, both of them sport donkey ears. Scroll some more. In an overly long and arguably racist video, a non-native speaker is repeatedly making embarrassing linguistic errors. They often turn out to be unintentional double entendres, hilariously enthused. Continue. After a while, you realize that neither the pictures nor the poster are loading correctly. Check the signal. 1 bar, but you could get the feeling that if it could, it would show half a bar. Seems like all these posts were from some time ago, stashed needlessly in your phone's memory. Unless you hook up to some local Wi-Fi, you won't get much internet here. Minutes pass, but the phone call is still not at its end.
Listen, I know what I'm talking about. Your repair tech said it was fixed. Can you just...
Oh, on a sec. Alright, she seems to get interrupted by the person on the other end of the line. Put the phone back in your pocket. Stand up.
No, I don't want a customer satisfaction survey. I want the internet!
Let's look back. Grab the cheap looking pen. Pocket it. The clerk is laser focused on her call and she doesn't even notice you've grabbed the pen. If you wanted to snatch her attention as well, you failed. Reckless. Pocket. A sudden outburst of kleptomania overcomes you, but luckily the receptionist is so out of it that she doesn't even notice your misdemeanor. Inventory. Items you pick up are stored here. While not in dialogue, you can click on them to interact with them. Also, some items will show more information on their icon. For example, Wi-Fi availability or battery level on your phone. I understand. Not in dialogue, though. She responds to the person on the other end. Well, you're one cheap plastic pen richer now, but you're still bored out of your skull. Doodle something to pass the time. Till she finishes the call. With the pen in your hand and time to kill, you lack nothing except the subject. Try to draw something that makes us happy. You push yourself to remember such a thing, yet nothing comes to mind. Or you always such a sack of misery, even before the accident. If you can't think of anything that makes you happy, how could you hope to ever be happy? With such thoughts swarming inside of you, time starts to pass and the rest of reality fades into the background. After a while, the failed attempt to draw becomes even less interesting. The receptionist is still arguing with the internet service provider, and you're getting restless.
Hi, yes, Coral Destiny Antenna, Rue Valley Motel. Oh, case number? It's 6AUG27-RVMT.
She says to the person on the other end, let's check the leaflets. A picture of a huge rocket and a picture of people in red jumpsuits cheering with bottles of water above it all. The Coral Destiny logo. Look at the other side. A picture of an endless desert. The caption of the bottom reads, "Free bottled water for the people of Rue Valley, courtesy of Coral Destiny, your favorite space agency. Take it." It's in our back pocket. Let's leave.
The text said it'd be up by noon today, but it's 8 p.m. now.
A picture of a huge rocket. Logo. Block by tool lack of motivation. Put it back. Let's do the pin. There's nothing. Look at the phone. Put it away. We can't do anything else.
Yes, your colleagues already suggested I reboot the modem. I even tried a backup router.
Okay, this is getting ridiculous. She's still focused on her phone call.
Physical antenna, yes. On the roof.
Is it, she said, can we just snap?
What do you mean it's settled? I need the internet. Could you...
The window is still here as the endless desert beyond it. Nothing has moved. Nothing has changed. I only want to look outside. Let's sit back down. Sit down again. Sit. You know what? Stand up. Go back. Oh, there's really nothing we can do there.
Transfer me to billing.
Let's stare through, I guess.
No, this isn't about payment.
Stare through the window to pass some time. Wait until she finishes. Beyond the empty parking lot, there's only barren desert, stretching for as far as the eye can see. Its emptiness is drawing you in. You hear the receptionist mutter as if answering some unasked question or words. And then you notice small patches of green hidden in the sand. It seems there's always something to be found in nothingness if you stare at it long enough. Smudge your sweaty fingers all over the window glass. You carefully test the glass, touching it with your pinky first. It leaves a neat oval fingerprint. Create a self-portrait. You try to follow the outline of your non-existent reflection in the window, but it soon evolves into an unrecognizable area of smear grease. Continue working on your masterpiece. After a while, the window stops being interesting. The time goes by and the girl at the reception desk is still talking.
Misheard? No, she said Sunday noon. I wrote it down. I'm not... Sunday or later? That's... No. This is such a waste of time.
Finally, the girl ends her eternal call.
Oh, I'm so sorry for the wait. That was a super important call, and I had to take it right now. There was literally no other way. Hopefully you didn't mind waiting.
It felt like hours.
I'm very sorry about that.
She makes a face as if she's about to burst into tears. Is she mocking you?
All right then, let's get you into your room.
Oh my girl, you're not it. The sudden enthusiasm in her voice catches you unaware. What's the deal with this girl?
So, number 6. That's the last one on the second floor. Everything is ready for you. And...
She raises her hand, holding a piece of blue and red plastic.
this is your key card.
We're gonna nod and oh. We're not, no, nod and wait for her to put it on the table.
Oh, I see you're confused by this. You were expecting an old-fashioned key, weren't you?
She's excitedly waving the card around her head.
Well, we decided to modernize for a number of reasons.
Snatch the key card from her hand. You snatch the card from her hand and she stops in the middle of a sentence with a shocked expression on her face.
Wow. All right.
She puts some kind of document on the counter.
I'll need your signature here.
She looks all over the counter, then under it, puzzled.
Sorry, there was supposed to be a pen, but I must have misplaced it. Just a moment, I'll find you another one.
We're gonna wait for her to give us another pen.
All right, here it is.
She hands you another pen identical to the first
Your
one.
signature goes here.
Sign.
Thank you. I'm here if you need anything. Enjoy your stay.
Bye. And we can leave. Okay, yeah. She's gone. Metal shall be spread. Up we go. Six printed on it. That's 5. I think this is. The paint is peeling from the wood of the door, but number 6 is new, shiny, and chrome. Try the knob first. You press the knob and push the door, half expecting it to work. It's locked. Use the key card. A tiny green dot of light shows up near the knob. The door is unlocked. Enter. Can we? Let's do the suitcase. Hundreds of strangers have slept in the bed, leaving behind flakes of dead skin. Still, you can't wait to jump into the sheets and contribute to the collection. Unfortunately, between you and the object of your desire, on the folded sheet lies a dusty suitcase. Your suitcase, the smallest one you own. I can't deal with this right now. Put it away. Yeah, it's such a chore, but the more you prolong it, the worse it will get. If you don't unpack now, it'll feel even harder and more pointless to do it later. Step by step, a single act of unpacking will become an unsurmountable burden, and even thinking about it will make you feel weak and powerless. Do you really want to crawl back into that deep, dark pit? All right. Let's open the suitcase and just get it done. There's not much in the suitcase. Spare clothes, a phone charger, a toothbrush, and a couple of other things. You really weren't planning on staying here long. Well, you better see if they have laundry facility sessions. Dr. Fink said days or weeks, months. If they have laundry facility sessions, Dr. Fink said days or weeks, months even. Unpack. Wow. That didn't work. There's no need to spend the whole evening unpacking. After all, you've already preferred a more casual arrangement for your stuff. So we just strung it up throughout the room. And now that the suitcase has been dealt with, this motel room is officially your home. More like a prison. Well, now you could describe it that way too. What is this? Appreciable. That's the leaflet. What's on this? A list of rules. You can't be bothered with that right now. Wow. What's in this? Oh, that isn't. That's nasty. That's dirty. There are so many dark patches that it can barely be called a mirror. A small comb on the shelf was meant to hold a toothbrush and toothpaste, but you do it your way. Let's look at the mirror. The mirror splotches make interesting patterns on your face. They conceal a dark circle here, a mole there, a patch of wrinkles. I know that face too well. No need to discern every little detail. Truth be told, you prefer not to look at it. Let's look again. A stranger who looks exactly like you is staring you straight in the eye. Let's leave. And then there are so many dark patches that it can barely be called a mirror. A small wait, what? Oh, so I guess it's one thing. Let's leave. It's the same thing in this chair. Looks like the one exactly like the one in Dr. Fink's office. Well, room, sit down. You sit on the chair and accept its coziness. You just close your eyes and hope sleep will come. We have no motivation. You might as well try to sleep. Your ears are pierced by a ringtone that you swore to change years ago. Answer it.
Hello, sir. Am I speaking with Eugene Harrow?
Oh, we should have ignored it. The line cracks heavily as if the man is speaking from the distant past. Who wants to know?
My name is Percy Rugger, and I'm a senior sales executive at Ulterior Paralegal Exploits Consultancy. We'd like to offer our help regarding your case.
My case?
Well, if my information is correct, you have recently been unjustly forced to participate in treatment which, in our opinion, may have consequences not aligned with your best interests. Now, I'm sure you're quite concerned, Mr. Harrow, but don't worry. We're here to help you regain your rights.
Are you referring to my psychotherapy here in Rue Valley?
Mr. Harrow, let me be frank with you. I have no idea where this true valley of yours is, but we will work together to put an end to this undue response to your, well, unique situation. I mean, we have only known each other for a couple of minutes, and I can already see what a strong-willed individual you are. You know what you want, and nothing will stop you from getting it.
Damn right.
So I presume you're ready for the next step in our cooperation?
I'm not interested in your services at the moment.
Of course, of course. I'll assume you have nothing against my calling again later just to make sure you haven't changed your mind. I'll write that down here. Eugene, Mr. Harrow, it was a pleasure. Talk to you soon. Tschüss.
Before you have a chance to say anything, the phone line is already dead. But at least now you know you're not the only one who realizes the absurdity of this mandated psychotherapy. Close your eyes again. Maybe something good. Were you asleep? And as your mind begins to drift, reality fades away. For a precious moment, there's only darkness and silence, but your mind refuses to calm down, and soon your thoughts start chasing each other in circles. Mind map. Memories. This is your mind map. It is a representation of all the memories you have and how they are connected. When a new memory is available, you can recall it by clicking on it to activate it. Once the memory is activated, it can open dialogue choices in relation to that memory. I'm gonna go for the dark one. You see yourself lying in bed in your new motel, holding your phone next to your right ear.
My name is Percy Rugger, and I'm a senior sales detective at Interior Paralegal Exploits Consultancy. We'd like to offer our help regarding your case.
My case? Oh, come on, you know what he's talking about. Received a phone call from Percy Rugger, a senior sales executive at Ulterior Paralegal Exploit Consultants. That's what that is. Chatting receptionist. From the blur of half-formed members and impressions, an image of the receptionist emerges. You're desperately trying to catch her attention, but she's completely engrossed in the ongoing phone call. Hi, I need to get my room. Speak over her. You were so full of yourself, she probably despises you now, like everyone else. The image of the young woman flashes before your mind's eye. She's punching and kicking the old vending machine. Could she be here for therapy as well? Ignore her. It is what it is. You have nothing to say, nothing to do, just the bare minimum. The young woman apparently holds some kind of a grudge against the vending machine in the motel's parking lot. And out of the swirling images, the bushy eyebrows of your new psychotherapist emerges, bouncing up and down as he talks. Still with me, Mr. Hyro.
Still with me, Mr. Harold?
I sort of wandered off. What was that again? You can't stay in the real world for 1 second, can you? At least you admit it. You have survived the first session with your court. As your correspondence keeps spinning around, the carousel of recent experiences wraps in a single vision, suspended between sleep and waking. Foreboding. You find yourself staring at the smallest suitcase you own, perched on rumpled motel sheets. Everything is packed: clothes, phone charger, toothbrush, and a couple of other items. I'm ready to go home. As you reach for the handle, you notice a toothless gap, as if the suitcase forgot to fully exhale. Then the gap widens just a little, and something shifts inside. The suitcase jerks. But it's just a faulty latch. Let's go already. Lift up the suitcase. But the suitcase feels too alive. With a loud hiss, the seam split and a snake's head appears. Lidless eyes focus on yours. Then more hisses follow and more snakes emerge. Liquid as death, it's cold as ice. Their bodies twist into knots, ready to spill all over the sweaty sheets. Close it, close it. You slam the lid down. The latch snaps shut, silencing the hisses for now. I need to check out. Then bring the need to get rid of the suitcase. Let's shove it under the bed and get out of here. It's just clothes, phone charger, toothbrush, and a couple of other items. How about him? Out of sight, out of mind. As you descend the stairs, midday heat pricks your neck with sweat, and you think of everything you left inside the suitcase. You enter the reception area. No one's here, and even the AC is turned off. The air is hostile and heavy. I can't wait here. It's too hot. On the desk, a stack of pristine checkout forms sits beside a pen. Perhaps you can just do it yourself. Yes, let's get this over with. Fill out the form. Name, date of birth, length of stay, but a single mischievous drop of ink escapes the pen and begins swelling into a blot, a puddle, a pond, spreading across the form as sweat pours across your shirt. Snatching at the form and start over. You slap the new form across the old one. The block seeps upward. Your sweat drips downward. The paper becomes a battleground of stains. Your tongue feels swollen and your throat dry. It's no use. Just keep writing. You write all the words in black on a complete black paper and sign it in black. Not your fault after all. You did what you could. Now it's the time to leave and find something to drink. Let's get out. The parking lot shimmers in the heat. Asphalt, soft underfoot. Across it, the vending machine glows like a mirage. Its glass fogged with condensation. Insert coin, press the button. The machine hums. Light flickering, but no bottle comes out. Insert another coin. Press the button. You drip another coin. Clink. Press. Hum. Still nothing. Do it again. The world narrows to a clink of metal and press of your finger. The machine's empty whir. Maybe this time it'll work. Oh. Look at that. Vision dream. The checkout. Your trip to leave the damn hotel and all that therapy nonsense behind, but everything keeps falling apart. Let's recall. Don't worry, it wasn't even a real memory. But it is an embodiment of my feeling. More like random neural activity in your brain, synapses sparking from nothing. Best forget about it. It didn't feel random. Could be, but are you strong enough to remember it? Brave enough to confront it? Not yet. Ooh, that's an accident. The sound of a car engine and screeching tires urges you to open your eyes, bringing you back to miserable reality once again. Your head is still spinning in a whirlwind of uncomfortable, uncontrollable thoughts. Your nostrils pick up a curious smell of dust, and your throat is as dry as desert. Status effects. Some status effects can have a greater impact on your personality. Thirsty, for example, nudges you to just one point towards the impulsive side. But some other status effects have a much greater influence and in some cases drastically change the personality you defined in character creation. It was foolish to hope you fall asleep. Get up and find some water. No, this is gonna be so nasty. There are so many dark patches that it could barely be caught. We read that. Turn on the tap and drink some water. As soon as you turn on the tap, a horrible smell fills your nostrils. It's like there's a plumbing issue in hell, and all that black sewage is feeding directly into this faucet. Then you see the water streaming out of the tap. It's a robust shade of jet black mixed with chinks of silk. Oh. Oh. Nowadays, everything is supposedly unhealthy. Proceed. As soon as the first drop of water enters your mouth, the taste of mud and sharp metal overwhelms you. Before you have a chance to stop, it reaches down your throat and into your stomach. Bile starts rising up with the remnants of what meager food you ate today. The toilet has to be the most natural place to unload the contents of your stomach. Ugh. At last, that horrible, horrible taste of heavy metal and toxic soil is gone, replaced by one of stinging acid and semi-digestive food. But instead of quenching your thirst, you expel what little liquid you had inside your stomach, making you even weaker and more dehydrated. There has to be something to drink here. An optimistic assumption. Let's try it. All right, let's go to the vending machine. Who left?
God damn it!
Oh my God. You hear the man yell from inside his vehicle. Even through the tinted windshield, you can feel his frustration.
Come on, start, you piece of shit!
Judging by the careless driving you just witnessed, the man is either under the influence or another patient of Dr. Fink's. The maniac is about to this maniac is about to kill someone. Most likely himself. Come to think of it, could it be that that's exactly what he's trying to do? I'd rather not think about that right now. Let's find something to drink. Can we not just drink the rain? It feels like the best thing to do. Oh, wait. Ooh. You jump as if someone jabbed you in the stomach. For a split second, the whole world was exploding, but it was just a thunderclap, the loudest one you ever witnessed. At least my reflexes still work. As well as your heart, it's racing from the sudden shock. But there's nothing to use that unwanted excess of adrenaline for. So it keeps lingering, eating you from the inside out while you stand alone and thirsty in the middle of the empty parking lot. Water is your first desperate thought, but even if the host was on, you know you wouldn't want to drink. Oh yeah, that's true. That is. Oh wait, can we get ice? Hopefully you won't have to melt it in your mouth to quench your thirst. Let's leave. Let's see. Do we have money for the vending machine? The battered machine seems to be decades old, except for a newly installed comically large reddish button. Press the comically large red button right now. You just have to. Oh, we have 2 records. You know what? Yeah. With a bang and a clang, the machine vomits out a bottle of water. That's it. What? Does this mean that water is for free? Oh, we did. Check the label on the reddish button. It reads drinking water for the people of Rue Valley, free of charge, courtesy of Coral Destiny. We read that in the pamphlet. Take the bottled water. The almost frozen plastic feels slippery in your sweaty hand. You can't wait to drain it of the precious fluid. Let's touch. Cup. Gulp down the whole bottle. The almost freezing liquid streams down your throat, some of it spilling down your chin. In a gulp or two, your thirst is quenched, and the bottle is but empty plastic husk. Can we just do another one? Suddenly, the night sky turns blood red, and you feel an infinite scream passing through everything. Unbearable anxiety washes over you. Hide. But you can't hide from the whole sky on fire, and better than you can from your own past. Anxious apprehension. At least I don't have to face it. Close your eyes. Oh, that's cool. Total lack of motivation. It's not that you don't want to do all sorts of things. It's more like you lack the capacity to even initiate most of them. What is left of you is a creature driven by its basic needs and quirks and anxious apprehension. Something terribly wrong. Perhaps everything, and it makes you feel tense and paralyzed at the same time. Deep inner turmoil, plus too calculated, plus too sensitive, and limited interactions. Your eyelids connect, and darkness greets you for a mere second, as always, the carousel of suffering starts spinning immediately. Oh, what is happening here? When did we get guilt-rid? It must be this. How do I stop? What kind of answer is easy? Simply stop being you. Nobody can stop being themselves. The receptionist says whimsily, emerging from the whirlwind. What I wasn't expecting is you. But the receptionist disappears, and instead, the fiery sky begins burning its way through the darkness, cutting several straight, narrow slits in your closed eyelids. I want this to stop. Squeeze your eyelids tighter. We're gonna wake up in the chair, aren't we? The Dr. Fisk chair in therapy. Well then, keep craving, keep clinging, keep suffering. I have no choice. Red sky is seeping through the cuts on your eyelids, forming a number. Is it 6, 8?
Still with me, Mr. Harrell?
Stop the kerosene and focus on something else. Surely there's something pleasant to think of instead of this bushy eyebrow psychotherapist and this court-mandated therapy. Think of something soothing. But Dr. Fisk only seems to become more real.
Mr. Harrell, can you hear me?
Yes? Sorry.
It's all right.
He pauses for a moment.
I'm aware that you may be experiencing a slight lack of motivation right now.
Extreme.
We'll surely be coming back to this condition of yours.
Lack of motivation, that's the least of your worries while your mind is filled with this crushing, overwhelming sense of impending. Wait, did you hear that? A muffled sound of metallic clanging from the outside diverts your frail attention. For some unknown reason, your heartbeat accelerates and cold sweat appears in your armpits.
At all times, if possible.
The doctor finishes, apparently expecting some sort of answer from you. Just nod.
Good. Now, in order to keep us focused, I always limit the session length to exactly 1 hour, hence the alarm. However, since this is your first session...
He stops mid-sentence and gives you a concerned look.
Mr. Harrell, you're shaking. Are you feeling unwell?
Try and act like the stable, well-adjusted person that you are. We're gonna lose this. You haven't passed the check yet? You open your mouth with the intention of convincing him that you're fine, but the stress is just too high to control and it instantly overwhelms you. Panic, hyperventilate, repeat. Your heart speeds up, your breathing follows, and soon you start feeling dizzy, and then you feel it, a sharp chest pain. Am I having a panic attack? It's a panic attack, but am I having a heart attack? Yes. This realization makes you panic even more, which further accelerates your breathing.
Easy, Mr. Harrell. You're not having a heart attack or anything similar. Trust me. You're just getting too much oxygen. Let's try breathing through pursed lips as if you're blowing out a candle. This will help.
Read his advice.
That's right. Calm your breathing. Nothing's wrong with your body.
Slowly, breath by breath, you begin feeling in control again, and the frantic pace of your heart, as well as your thoughts, slow down to their usual tempo.
Feeling a little better?
He smiles.
Good.
He pauses.
May I ask, how is your sleep these days?
I haven't slept in months.
Is that so?
He seems to inspect the dark circles under your eyes.
Well then, if you happen to have trouble falling asleep tonight...
He opens his hand, revealing a single purple pill lying on his palm. There's no reflection in the glasses above them. There's no reflection in his glasses. Above them is a pair of brushy eyebrows. Reach for it.
Remember, what I'm giving you is a mild, non-prescription herbal hypnotic drug. Nothing more.
Take it.
Hopefully it'll help you calm down and get some rest tonight. We'll continue tomorrow. All right then. Now, you only need to pick up the key card for your room. And I'll call the receptionist to make sure everything is in order. Sounds good?
Get up. Thank you. There has to be something in here we can take. What is this? It's 804. Put it back. A list of rules. You can't be bothered with that right now. Can we go in here?
The exit is behind you. That's the bathroom.
May I use it, please?
Of course.
You don't need. Okay, let's see what's in here. The book cover is dominated by a stunning redhead, her face elegantly made up, her dress tight. Shadows gather all around her, but a gun in her hand shows she's ready for any threat. Not to mention that with that delic decollectage, she's currently dressed to kill. Above the woman, the title Lit Undercover. Below the author's name, T.J. Sampson. Toilet literature. Ignore it. Anything in your medicine cabinet? A terrified and confused man meets your gaze from the other side of the mirror. He looks exactly like you, but somehow doesn't feel like you. What's happening? You might have gotten lost in thought for a moment while the doctor was speaking. It couldn't have possibly happened more than a couple of minutes ago, but it feels like an hour has passed. And then the sound of that old alarm clock awakened you from a daydream and you can't remember, and the overwhelming tsunami of dread appears out of nowhere. Splash to calm ourselves down. As soon as you turn on the tap, a horrid smell fills the room as a stream of black water flows out of the old pipe. Yet somehow this doesn't surprise you. Instead, it's almost like you expected it to happen. We're not reckless anymore? I'm not touching that water. Let's leave.
Refreshed yourself? Feeling a bit better now?
A bit.
That's good to hear. See you tomorrow, Mr. Harris.
All right, bye. The source of the claims is a young woman beating up an old vending machine for some unknown reason. Looking at her makes you feel even more nervous. All right, can we just...
Come on, you thief!
Are we really gonna do this every time?
I'll break you open if I have to.
Oh wait, that was there we go. Could she be here for therapy as well? She should consult with nobody needs to be sent away from their home to this dump regardless of their mental state. Who knows, unlike you, but she definitely looks like she needs it. And yet, what's to be done with lunatics like her? Let them rage around freely, yelling and kicking vending machines wherever they go. There must be a better way to help a distressed person. Perhaps you could speak with her, see if you could help her somehow. Just get away. Or is that too much to ask right now? Just get away.
Give me my coffee, you jerk!
Nice. Alright.
Spit it out already!
Oh, wait.
Come on, you thief!
What's around, actually?
I'll break you open if I have to.
Plastic bottles, some empty, other half empty. A partially eaten breakfast, some old clothes, torn and faded, all covered in a mixture of grease and spoiled orange soda. Amid this murky pool, you catch a glimpse of your own face. Better stay away. Looks like
Give me my coffee, you jerk!
oh, let's see if we do this and hold down. Oh, that's not a. Okay. Oh shit. What's this? Does that have the thing with the car hitting it? What's that here? Oh, transformer. Oh. Oh. That's on me. Oh, what am I doing? Oh, I don't know what. What's this? It was already late afternoon when you saw this sound for the first time, and the bus door opened and a wave of desert heat hit you in the face. All the other passengers of the almost empty bus remained seated, each lost in their own world. None of them paid any attention to you as you gathered your belongings and prepared to leave the bus. Um, Our, the burly man with the thick beard left an impression for sure. He was leaning against the window, staring out of the desolate landscape. With a faraway look in his eyes, he seemed lost in thought, as if trying to make sense of something that had happened to him a long time ago. What about the older woman? Sitting in the back of the bus, her nose was buried in a book during the whole trip. Her wrinkled face was contorted in a look of intense concentration, as if she were trying to solve some complex puzzle. But what about the person with the pink hair? They were scrolling through their phone with a bored expression, seemingly completely disinterested in the surroundings, as if they lacked any real connection to the outside world. Okay. And why would you? Even as you were disbarking from the bus, they meant nothing to you. From outside next to the bus sign, Dr. Finn's smiling eyes were watching you, his brows dripping with sweat in the intense desert heat. He was already analyzing me, trying to think of anything he could use to keep me here as long as possible. Welcome to Rue Valley, he proclaimed, like some poorly written NPC from an outdated video game. I'm Dr. Fink, your therapist for the duration of your stay here. It all happened less than 2 hours ago, yet it feels like an eternity has passed since. Let's go in the office. She's gonna be back on the phone. All the attention of the girl behind the counter is being hauled by the ongoing phone call.
Of course it's urgent. Our guests don't have Wi-Fi, the credit card machines are dead. We can't...
She pauses for a second.
Oh, hold on. I have someone on the other line.
This is different. She presses a button on the phone.
Hello, reception? Oh, what can I do for you, Dr. Fink? If it's about the Wi-Fi,
She pauses again and directs her gaze towards you.
Yes, he's here. Of course, no problem.
In an instant, the realization dawns on you. Because of your panicked outburst at the end of the session, Dr. Fence must have just warned the receptionist of your condition. Smile at her. Oh, I wish you was still arrogant. She smiles back at you as she touches the button again.
Hello? I'm very sorry. I will have to call you back later. Bye.
She ends the call and turns to you.
Hello, Mr. Harrow. How are you? Are you ready to check in?
She continues in the same breath without waiting for your answer.
Everything is in perfect order. Don't you worry a bit about anything.
Sorry.
Apology accepted.
We're in the middle
let's
of
get you into your room.
post-panic attack. So that's something. Her voice is full of enthusiasm.
So, number 6. That's the last one on the second floor. Everything is ready for you. And...
She raises her hand holding a piece of blue and red plastic.
This is your key card.
Nodding with her to put it on the counter.
Oh, I see you're confused by this. You were expecting an old-fashioned key, weren't you?
She's excitedly waving the card around her head.
Well, we decided to modernize for a number of reasons.
Suddenly she curtails her excitement as if she remembered something.
Oh, you must be very tired. Perhaps I'll tell you about it some other time. It's a really interesting story.
Yes, I'm exhausted.
Here.
She hands over the key card and puts some kind of document on the counter.
I'll just need your signature.
Sign.
Thank you. I'm here if you need anything.
Bye. It's the same. It's the same stuff here. What about this? Okay. Yeah. Let's leave. Is she still?
Spit it out
She
already.
is. Oh, all we can do is this one. Sure. Try the knob. We're expecting it to work. It's locked. Do the key card. One day we're gonna do it and it's gonna open. Let's try. Am I afraid of unpacking? Perhaps you're scared of what you might find inside. Oh, or maybe worried that by unpacking yourself that you're gonna stay here for some time. What could be inside? You. Perhaps I could relax a bit in the armchair instead. That's freaking creepy. Let's try this again. I'm not doing that with that. Um, yeah, I wish we could do this. Sit down. As soon as your buttocks touch the frayed armchair seat, tiredness overwhelms you. Coming to this nowhere motel to attend therapy you don't need has drained you both physically and mentally. All you want is to sleep, but unnerving restlessness is knowing that you're at you from the inside, like a colony of termites munching on a piece of dead wood. Swallow a purple pill. Swallowing a pill without any water is not a pleasant task, true, but getting up only to get some water definitely feels like much more of an effort. Force the pill down. Using saliva as a lubricant, you help the pill capsule find its way into your stomach. You have no idea how long it will take until its effects kick in, so there's nothing to do but wait. Stare at the suitcase. You're paranoid. What a pitiful inert option. It's full of my stuff. Stuff, clothes, phone charger, toothbrush, might as well be empty, but it isn't. And it won't ever be without your help. Mess with the phone. With a gentle touch, the phone screen turns on again. Scroll through the feed that always makes you drowsy. You start scrolling, but every post looks like you've already seen it before. Same old, same old. Put the phone back in your pocket. Just close your eyes and wait for sleep. Still have okay. Not reckless. Check who's calling. The screen simply reads unknown number. You feel betrayed by your own phone, masking the identity of the mysterious caller. Answer.
Hello, sir. Am I speaking with Eugene Harrow?
What can I do for you? And who wants to know?
My name is Percy Rugger, and I'm a senior sales executive at Ulterior Paralegal Exploits Consultancy. We'd like to offer our help regarding your case.
You want to do this? Try the same stuff. My case.
Well, if my information is correct, you have recently been unjustly forced to participate in treatment which, in our opinion, may have consequences not aligned with your best interest. Now, I'm sure you're quite concerned, Mr. Harrow, but don't worry. We're here to help you regain your rights.
Are you referring to my psychotherapy here in Rue Valley?
Mr. Harrow, let me be frank with you. I have no
That's
idea.
the
I
same
mean,
stuff.
we have only known each other.
Damn right.
So I presume you're ready for the next step in our cooperation?
I'm not interested.
Of course, of course. I'll assume you have Eugene, Mr.
Same.
Harrow. It was.
Same. Closure. Let's get back to the phone, actually. Let's do the game. Play a quick match. As soon as the first wave of tiny bow tie wearing antagonists appear on your phone screen, an uneasiness starts building inside you. Playing this guy, playing this game right now, for some reason, it feels unsettling. This was supposed to be relaxing. Put the phone away. It's not your fault. You're simply too nervous to play a stressful game like this right now. Close your eyes again. As your mind begins to drift, reality fades away. For a precious moment, there's only darkness and silence, but your mind refuses to calm down, and soon your thoughts start chasing each other in circles. Interesting. So can we do? We can't. Judging by the careless driver you just witnessed, the man is either under the influence or another patient of Dr. Fisk. This maniac is going to kill someone. You saw a strange man entering a car and carelessly driving away. When did this happen? This evening, but later? For a split second, the whole world was exploding, but it was just a thunderclap, the lightest one you ever witnessed. At least my reflexes still work. As well as your heart is racing from the sudden shock. Uh, ever heard rings out in the lightning strikes the motel. Suddenly, the night sky turns blood red, and you feel an infinite scream passing through everything. Unbearably anxious involves anxiety engulfs you. Hide. But you can't hide from the whole sky being on fire any better than you can hide from your own past. Then suddenly everything happened again. Everything again, but nothing after. The meaning of what you've just experienced is still hard to grasp. Is this some weird deja vu? The memory seems so real, and yet these things clearly never happened. Have you actually gone completely mad? And they were right to send you to Dr. Fink. But what if the careless driver really does show up when it's lightning? What if lightning actually strikes the motel and the night sky turns red? The combination of several specific memories can create an idea, and with enough inspiration or willpower points, you can turn that idea into an intention. Intention opens new dialogue options that will lead you through the journey of completing that intention. Keep in mind that not all that you intend can be successfully achieved. Okay, what's the memory of fantasy? How could you remember something that is yet to happen? Then again, why would you imagine events so specific? For the driver, fiery sky, loud as thunder. You want to get up and find out if these strange memories will play out in reality, or if it all is but the fever dream of a lunatic. Yet you can't. It's all too much. All you really want to do is forget you ever even had those weird visions. To forget and being about being here. To forget about the incident. Stay in the armchair forever. Huh. Close your eyes again. Stay forever. But gradually, your thoughts begin to slow down, and your consciousness lightens and feverish lightens its feverish grip on you. No remorse. Anxiety. Oh, we lost it. Thank you. What is the purple pill? Doesn't matter, nothing matters. Embrace the sweet relief. Like a leaf on the wind, you're tossed this way and that. But what is this? A tiny spark of life seems to have taken root deep inside you. It must have broken away from that lightning fork bolt of the brightest lightning you ever saw earlier. A spark still without shape, still without purpose, but full of potential. The sound of the loudest thunder jerks you out of your slumber. Oh, we lost the motivation, the lack of motivation. The speck of energy now fully grown, is pulsing in your chest. You remember this feeling. Inspirations. Inspirations point are small sparks of inspiration that you can use to motivate ideas and turn them into intentions. Be aware that when you spend inspiration points, they're going for good. Okay. That's here. And as you finally recognize what it is, your pathetic attempt at forgetting about what you experienced earlier is shattering. What's our percentage? Memory of fantasy. Maybe you could use that spark of inspiration and investigate. You have to find out if the careless driver showed up again. You must know if the sky will really be a set of blades. You need to see if everything will happen again, and if it does, you need to remember. Get up. Active intentions. Here you can see your active intentions. Select hover over them to see more details about how to complete them. Clicking on an intention will open the mind map with that intention in focus. Save. Sure. I really want to unpack. Somehow the suitcase seems less important now. Makes sense. The rain has slacked off, and you see nothing out of ordinary. Nothing you can put your finger on. If the careless driver visits the motel, he has surely left already while you were sleeping. Yet, as you exit the room, the hair rises on the back of your neck, and an eerie sensation takes hold of you. Glance toward the parking lot. As you stare at the reflections on the wet, dark asphalt, the memory begins unfolding in your mind again. He enters the car, starts the engine, and then he hits the transformer while driving in reverse, smashing his rear light before driving away in a cloud of smoke. If this really happened, you may be able to find some evidence down there. That's right. Now, what's the mind map? Did the careless driver visit the motel while you were sleeping? You might be able to find some evidence near the power transformer in the parking lot. This is cool. First off, I just realized his hoodies up. Oh, we can't do anything. Oh, transformer. As you come closer to the transformer, you immediately notice a couple of red plastic shards. Look at the shards. There are several small ones scattered all around, translucent triangles and rhomboids. The largest of them is lying right next to a transformer, shiny and wet, boldly staring at you from the dirty asphalt. I'm such a great detective. A good damn detective. You are so smart. Expect to get the largest shard. The shard is obviously part of a broken tailgate. It means he's been here already. There's no other options. I knew I would find something here, and I did. Oh, so it has to be true. This isn't good. Lightning happened almost right after he left. And then before you can still wrap your head around all this, the skies are once again set ablaze, exactly as you remembered, only confusing you even further. What will happen now? Will you find yourself back at Dr. Finn's office in a moment? Will you remember anything? Or was this a one-time thing and evening will now continue as if nothing has happened? With photos, you cast your gaze on your wristwatch. It's 8:47 p.m. Oh, there's a time. From now on, you will have the exact time displayed here. Pay attention to it because in Rue Valley, situations change when the time changes. Characters might leave some locations and arrive at others. Their mood might change and they might act differently at different times. The phonetic sound of the alarm nudges you back to the present. Everything happened again. The loudest of the thunderclaps happened as you foresaw. You found several red plastic shards at the power transformer where the careless driver smashed its rear light, and then the sky turned red again. That's the intention.
Still with me, Mr. Harrell?
Wait, don't answer him. You know what? Just nod.
Mr. Harrell, I am aware of a
He
slight
smiles
lack
and
of
nods back.
motivation that you may be experiencing right now.
Lack of motivation, but you are motivated. You just need to remember. To remember? Yes, there's something very important. A muffled sound of metallic clanging from the outside interrupts your train of thought. And suddenly an image of a young woman punching and kicking an old vending machine emerges in your mind. But like the first rocket and avalanche, is inevitably followed by others and more memories start emerging. The receptionist, the thunder, the mysterious driver, and finally that of yourself standing in front of the transformer under the fiery sky, hoping you won't forget everything again. Wrap up. Let's see. As you struggle to put the memory in the correct order, your mental fog dissipates and two simple words form on your lips. Time loop. Oh. Seems like you're trapped in some sort of time loop
Time loop?
where the same 47 minutes repeat over and over. Dr. Finn's voice pulls you back to the old motel room.
I don't think I follow, Mr. Harrell. Would you care to elaborate?
Not really. 801. Okay. I think with the inspirations and the memories, that's gonna make or break the intrigue of the playthrough and what you do differently and what you choose to do differently and if it impacts anything or not. But that is the demo for Rue Valley. Thank you everyone. I hope you're having a fantastic time and see you soon.